Hello and welcome to MGP379. I'm Kevin. With me as ever, this Sheepdog, Anna and Pav. Say hello, boys and girls.
Hello.
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 How are we all on this fine week?
Excellent.
Are we all good?
Right.
Are we all enjoying
Okay.
me dressed as a king? I'm wearing my king costume for the podcast this week to celebrate the fact that the FM Streamer Showdown is back this weekend, and I get to defend this very crown, which I'm sure you're all very excited about.
Do you have to post
yeah.
the crown on if you lose? Sorry.
Only if Dr. Benji wins. It's not officially. I bought this, but I did go on his stream the other day, and he wanted me to put my 100,000 subscriber plaque up. To which I responded, "I would if you had one to put up too." And we then agreed that if he won, I would send him my crown. But obviously,
I
he's
thought
not
you were going to
win.
send him the black then, because I'm like, no, you're not.
Yeah, that would be
I would
horrific.
just stop that
I'd
completely.
stop that, and I've got no power. It would be mental.
I would stop that, and I would do it on stream. I wouldn't care.
No, it's just the crown. But I would miss this crown. This crown is as important to me as that plaque, because this crown signifies that I am, and forever will be, the first ever Streamer Showdown champion, the greatest Football Manager player in the universe. So, you know, I like the crown. I might buy myself a trophy just to stand behind me, first ever champion, just to have in the back of all my streams. I might buy a trophy. Excellent.
Just a big number one.
Yeah, no one can ever take being the first away from me. But how's everybody else? I assume you're probably just gearing towards watching that tomorrow night and Sunday night, or tonight and tomorrow night. If you're listening to this on Saturday, twitch.tv/LaLujo, 7 p.m. both nights. Watch me defend and successfully defend my crown.
I feel like
Getting the
you're
plugs in early this week.
going to need to remind me at some point through the day that it's happening, because I do
Well,
want to watch it.
you'll remember when you listen back to the podcast tomorrow afternoon, like you usually do.
But then I'll forget. I'm going to set an alarm. Do you know what? I'm going to set an alarm, and then at 6:50 tomorrow, I'm going to think, what the hell is this alarm for? And
Well, if you ever think that, just text me and say, "What's this alarm for?" And then I'll say, "You're supposed to be watching my stream now," cheering me on.
well, in a week's time, I'm going to be really annoyed because I've set it to go off every Saturday and every Sunday for the rest of the time.
You won't be as annoyed as we are in a week's time, because in a week's time, me and Anna will be properly mopey, because that would have been just before we were due to go to Disney if the world hadn't gone to turd.
Well, I'm supposed to be going to Cornwall, Kevin. So,
Yeah, but Cornwall's crap. Disney's awesome.
well, like, I'm not going to be in Cornwall next week, but you still might be.
You're so disgusting. You are a disgusting human being.
What's that noise you're making there, Anna?
Disgusting men, people. No.
So, anyway, what ridiculous thing have you done this week, Sheepdog?
Well, I did do live streaming for the first time on YouTube, and midway through a sentence, somebody asked me about some technical question.
And he turned
No,
it off.
I was like, oh yeah, and if I just press this, and it just cut the stream off, and I didn't notice. I carried on talking for 5 minutes. I looked at the chat for the next question, and everyone's just like, where's he gone? Did he just get sick of it and turn it off? We're like, where is he? And it was just like, for ages, where is he? Is he coming back?
Why did you turn it off?
I pressed to like dim the brightness, and it just turned it all off. But then to try and salvage it, I went live again, tweeted out the link, and then like 3 people came in, and I just thought, what the hell? Like, where are all those people? I must have offended them all. Apologised, put that out. And then about 10 minutes later, I realised I tweeted it from the Best Thing From account. So somehow 4 people had seen that go out, and they'd all come in. But
I imagine there's still loads of people following that, eagerly wanting to find out what happened in Belgium.
But 2 people, well, Lee and someone else, both went, "Hey, Best Thing From!" And I was like, I had tweeted this by mistake. I was meant to be on my own. But yeah, it's been really fun. Other than cocking it up massively, it's been really fun. I've enjoyed chatting to people, and that's going to be my new twice a week thing. But other than that, it's been quite a quiet one, really. I've just been doing boring stuff, like trying to convince my toddler to go to sleep on his own rather than me sitting with him for an hour, and it ain't going very well. And getting him to use a potty, which again ain't going very well. And
I mean, you should try and teach him to do stuff you know how to do yourself, rather
Yeah.
than being that ambitious.
This is
Get him to watch some YouTube videos.
I'm hoping we're going to learn together, and he's just going to be able to just fall asleep.
both standing around the potty, desperately trying to go, but then getting distracted by something and just weeing all over the floor.
The problem I've got is he falls asleep fine, but then I get into bed and then he just kicks the door open like he's bursting into a saloon in a cowboy movie. Just walks across the room, climbs in and just starts kicking me. And because I'm in like this daze of sleepiness, I mean, this is how stupid I am. I lay there thinking, someone needs to take him in the other room. And I lay there thinking that for 9 hours straight. And then in the morning I think, why didn't I do it? I could have just got up and done it. But I lay there all night thinking, someone needs to get rid of him. Someone needs to take him out of here. And I'm not even saying it. I'm not asking my wife to do it. She's not getting kicked. She doesn't care. But I'm laying there thinking, someone's got to deal with this. Come on. Eventually someone's going to recognise that this is ridiculous. And it's only after
He's
2 nights
trying to
of that.
Stop you snoring.
Well, 2 nights in a row.
Anna kicks me all night.
He kept just rolling onto my pillow, and I was getting further and further onto the edge of the bed. And then when I was like rolling out, I turned around and flipped him. I just flipped him onto like Claire, and she said, "What are you doing?" And started telling him off. And I thought, well, she doesn't know that I basically flipped him onto her. But yeah, he didn't come in last night. I think he's probably just sick of the whiplash he was getting. But I'm fully expecting him to be in here tonight because we had a chat before he went to sleep, and I didn't take any of his promises seriously. He's broken his word too many times, but I am knackered. I'm so tired from that. If I start snoring midway through the podcast, you'll have to shout really loudly into my ears to wake me up because.
And then all you'll do is go, someone needs to stop shouting in your head.
This is exactly it. I was like, what was annoying me as well was I was having a ridiculous dream that I won't get into, but I kept just like getting annoyed with him, thinking someone needs to sort that, and then diverting my attention back to my ridiculous dream, which was really stressing me out because I couldn't solve the problem in that one either. So I was like paralysed between 2 unsolvable problems that were probably incredibly solvable. I don't remember the dream problem that well, but when I woke up in the morning, I was so like stressed out and how do I solve these things? And then when I looked at it, I thought, yeah, I could have easily just got up and carried him out. It would have been fine. But yeah, I've just been paralysed by indecision all week and God knows what else.
And you had a Kev sex dream, which is why you don't want to talk about it.
No, not at all. I'd talk about that. That'd be hilarious. Your bloody Football Manager group just threw me. I thought one of you lot were messaging me, but I've joined Kev's Discord, and now I'm getting all the little pop-ups where people are asking questions and stuff. And it's like, damn it, I don't know how to mute that. I don't know how to use Discord. It needs a tutorial of some kind.
All right, Grandad. Goodness me.
Right click it, Sheepdog, and click mute server.
I'm not going to do that in case I mute this server or something. I'll do it later.
No,
I'll
click
just
on.
ignore.
Oh, okay.
It's all right. I'll just ignore the messages. I also today solved the neighbour noise problem because they've got this weird song that starts with like jazz piano music and then turns into some weird trancey song. They always start with it. It's the top of their playlist. And I just heard dun 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 dun, and I went, "Oh effing hell!" really loud by mistake, just because it came on and I was really not in the mood because I'm knackered. And after that song, the music just ended and it didn't come back on for the rest of the day. And I thought, I've solved the war, I fixed it. There's no more music.
Passive aggression for the win.
And I also realised a week late that last week I was whinging about balls outside and I didn't once reference that this isn't the first time that a bouncy ball has ruined the podcast. And I just couldn't believe it.
Thousands of people sent you that joke, didn't they?
No,
Thousands.
I've not had one message. I can't believe we all missed it a week and no listeners, none of us saw that joke there. But yeah, I was sitting down, I looked out the window, thought they're not out there tonight, there's no bouncing balls. And then I thought, Jesus, that joke was hanging there for the taking, and not one of us saw it. We're all getting rusty. It's lockdown. It's ruining us. We're all forgetting. Maybe we've not seen Bouncy in recently enough because we're forgetting how to mock him. We'll
figure it out. We've got ways and means. We'll get our mojo back. We need to see his face, and then it'll all come flooding back.
He'll mention geese, and we'll be like, "You son of a."
So, has anybody played any interactive entertainment products this week?
Yes.
Video games, kids. Video games.
I think we got
video
it.
Games. Oh.
Well, nobody answered. So I assumed, oh no, well, you could have said that before we started recording and we needn't have bothered. Let's put this 10 minutes of Sheepdog talking about his sex dream out, and that'll be our video game podcast this week.
I thought I've been talking for like 15 minutes. I should probably let someone else have a go before I rabbit on about the games I've played. So if Pab wants to go first, maybe that would work.
That would work swimmingly.
Up to you, can do. I mean, first things I'm going to talk about aren't video games.
Right, well, shut your face and let someone talk about
you on the wrong podcast, Pab.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
It's not time for your flowers.
Have
and
you
your
been
dreams.
dreaming about me as well?
No.
You're protesting a bit much there.
It's video game adjacent.
Is it?
I've been having some. Yeah, it's wrong now. I've been having some VR experiences.
Oh, you've got that groin attachment.
No. There's no attachments. I don't think. No, I've been. I keep getting notifications off of Oculus saying stuff like such and such things on at whatever time.
Well,
or there's like
free, Pab.
There's like live events going on all the time on Oculus. It's like called Oculus Events or something like that, or something like that. There's an app for it, and there's like concerts going on, and like tonight there's something live now actually, 10 o'clock tonight in the Monterey Bay Aquarium. There's like a penguin show or something like that. It's something to do with penguins. I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. And there's just stuff all the time. And then, so yesterday I went on, and there was some sort of Monterey Bay Aquarium type thing going on. There's like fish going past, and you kind of go into it's like a theatre. You go and sit in, and you can go into an actual live theatre sort of thing. And there's other people. There's like 15 people or so sat around me in this theatre. You create your avatar and what have you, and you just sat in this theatre with other people, and you can hear them talking and stuff like that. You can mute them and stuff.
That sounds so amazing. Like
it's quite. I was like, yeah, okay, I can do this. We can do this for a bit. It was quite fun. It was fun, to be fair. And I'm just looking around and I can see people looking. I will give them a wave and I'm like, hello, and they all wave back at me and what have you. And yeah, okay. It's kind of fun. And there's another one. I went into one that's like it's like a live viewing party site for similar sort of thing. I can't remember. It's got some like it's a big screen beta, I think it is at the minute. And you go in there and there's just channels on. I was sat there watching Hey Arnold because there was a Nickelodeon channel. And I was sat there on a couch with like 3 other people watching Hey Arnold at like 10:30 at night. When you say
sat on a couch, is it your avatar or have you got a camera on?
Yeah, you sat on an avatar. No, you sat on your avatar. You sat on a virtual living room, and there was like someone either side of me turned up, and Nickelodeon's on. Just Nickelodeon sat there. Then I went over to another channel and I was watching Hell's Kitchen for a bit, and Hell's Kitchen was on, and someone else sat there watching, and I was like, this is really cool. And there's like watch parties going on, and there's like you have to buy. There's like tickets to go to the. I mean, Akira's on tonight apparently. At like 2 a.m. There's like 2 a.m. watch party. Akira. You'd buy tickets
that sounds
like
like it'd be amazing for like us meeting up and just watching. Like if the new Marvel film came out and the 4 of us could just sit in VR.
It's quite especially in times like we are at the minute where, like you say, we're
Pab, buy us all a VR.
if only, yeah. But it's been fascinating. I've played next to no VR this week. I've only played one game this week of VR. I've played very little of it, but I've done more of the experiences. Like I say, I've done so much more stuff, and I feel like I'm kind of more inclined to do that at the minute. I don't know why. The game I played in VR is a game called Pistol Whip, and Pistol Whip is very much. You were like it. Initially, I was getting like Time Crisis vibes from it, but it's not. It's not Time Crisis. So like how Time Crisis, you'd have like enemies just pop up on the screen, and you'd shoot them and what have you, and it's like that. You're like one rail sort of thing. You're on like a sort of like a track similar to Beat Saber or something like that, and you just kind of going down this track, and enemies just running onto the screen, and you just shoot them as they go. But you're doing it to like a music track as well. So it wants you get better score for doing like killing these guys one at a time to a beat, and you get more points for doing it like in rhythm with it. So there's a definite style to how you want to like shoot a guy up here, and you spin round. There's a guy coming into your right, and there's like things you've got to like duck underneath and like side strafe and what have you around them. And God, is it a workout? it's a bloody workout trying to do that. I played it for about half an hour. I was like, I'm done for now. One, it's hard, and two,
Can you slow it down if you're fat?
You probably could do. You can change the difficulty on it. So yeah, I presume so. Yeah, I don't see why you couldn't do that. But yeah, I've not played tons of it, but I know a lot of people did say to me, Pistol Whip, it's very good. So I was like, okay, I got given a voucher from the Oculus store. I was like, okay, we'll try it with this, and it's been good. It has been very good. It's all been, like I say, it's all been kind of like, it's kind of new again for me. I mean, I'm getting new experiences because PSVR is good and whatever, but it opens a whole new like world of stuff on PC and Oculus stuff. So we shall see. I will continue to use this thing. I think Tetris Effect came out on the actual Oculus Quest, so I'll probably end up buying that because I did a little bit of fishing as well. I did some like VR fishing last weekend, but I did it sat in my back garden, and it was just awesome. Just an awesome thing to be able to set out in the back garden with the VR on, just fishing. And I was like sat in a chair, and then I put the headset on, and I was sat in a deck chair fishing. Just at the end, it landed like a little pier thing, and I was like, "This is exactly how it should be." I reached down to get the fishing rod out the arm of the chair, and I felt the arms of the chairs that I was in. I was like, I don't know how I've managed to fluke this, but it was perfect. I synced it up.
So you just like
perfectly.
waiting for the little float to go in the water, and then you're literally fishing.
You literally just like you flick the thing up like real quick, and you got him on, and then you start reeling it in with the other one like this. So you just like this reeling it in, and you letting him off a bit, and you just pulling it. You just having like a little wrestle with a fish. Then you pull him in, and you grab him out, and you go, "Yep, okay," and then you throw him back. It's yeah, but it was just it's like this certain things that certain things I can only play on the PC, connected tethered to an actual PC. So, but certain games are worth having, because I've already got Tetris Effect on the PC. I don't need it again, but I'll buy it again just for having the ease and comfort of having a game that I really like, and I can go anywhere with it now. I can literally take it anywhere. I could take it. We could take it to these conventions when we start going to conventions again. I can bring the VR stuff with me, and we can
10th of July, Comic-Con, my birthday. That's
you really think that's
time.
Happening?
Yeah,
wishful
of course
thinking.
it is.
Oh, it's not.
Why do you think I bought so many masks?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think so,
Okay.
mate.
Yeah. Wishful thinking, but yeah. Like I say, the possibilities, expanded.
You're living in the
massively now.
future. It's insane. You're living in the future.
It is insane. Yeah, it is bonkers the stuff you can do with it, and I'm looking into ways of like there's a way of wirelessly hooking up to your PC instead of having a cable. So I'm looking into that as well, seeing what the latency will be on that, whether it will be enough latency or whether it would be good enough to physically do it. Because if I did that, then I could play proper VR PC games downstairs in the back garden sort of thing. I'm assuming it's connected via Wi-Fi. I've not actually checked it all yet, but I will look into it, see what the actual latency is like.
Bluetooth or something like that.
I don't know. I'm assuming it's just you connect through the Wi-Fi. I assume you just have the PC on upstairs, and it's on the same Wi-Fi network, so it would just like kind of. I'm assuming it just recognises it like that way, and it kind of connects that way. I don't know. I honestly have no idea.
I don't know what the latency on Wi-Fi would be like.
I have no idea. It might be horrendous. It probably will be because it's at least probably 20 feet away. Maybe a bit less. But yeah, it's. I'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'll try it. It's definitely something I want to look into. So yeah, VR has been another week 2 now, successful week. Even though I've not done too many games.
You've talked about it and made me think I'm missing out. I could probably bear the sickness if I could watch Hey Arnold with a bunch of strangers. And
it was surreal.
penguins.
It was surreal. I mean, it was just yeah. And like I say, there was I'm sure someone got behind me and whispered in my ear because it freaked me out. I heard a noise and I was like, "What the hell was that?" It wasn't you.
It was me. I was in your house.
Kev just pointed at himself and I was like, "It wasn't you." It wasn't you.
When you said you, I was like, "Who's he talking to?"
Yeah, it's just 'cause I thought
the
Kev
voice in his
pointed
head.
himself and said me, and I was
me,
like,
Pap.
no. I was like, "What the hell was that?" I was like, I couldn't see him though. That's the thing. I couldn't see who would be if there was someone behind me.
Your evil nemesis that lives in your head.
Yeah, I was just spinning around behind me, going, "There's no one here." There's someone literally moving with me at the same time, trying to hide behind me. I couldn't see anything. But it was weird. I don't know, but I didn't see anyone. But it was kind of weird. Yeah, I will play more VR stuff. I want to finish. I'm seeing reactions of people finishing Half-Life Alyx, and I'm like, no, for God's sake, I've got to finish this now. I've got to know what it is. I've got to see what the actual, because people are kind of awestruck by it, and so I'm like, oh, I need to know this now, and it's one of them things that I need to know. So
I was thinking about Half-Life Alyx and the fact that they've gone down the VR route and everything. I'm concerned now because I've been waiting for them to say, basically, just I know you might not be finished, and I'm not going to steal the rest of your
no, go on, you're all right.
But I've been playing Bridge Constructor. I can't even say it. Bridge Constructor Portal. Which Valve licensed it. Let that be made. It's got GLaDOS in it. It's really fun. And I was thinking to myself, if they can license this, why can't they license Left 4 Dead? Left 4 Dead is brilliant. It was like, I feel like it's just stealing Kev's thing that he loved back in the day. But I miss being able to play a game like that. I would give anything to play a game like that again. It was fantastic. There isn't anything quite that good. And then I thought to myself, if they're building Half-Life Alyx, they're probably going to then use that engine to do Left 4 Dead Alyx. Obviously, we'll call it something different. And it's all going to be on bloody Oculus, which it'll make me feel sick. I won't be able to play it. So
no, they won't do that. They won't do Left 4 Dead in VR, I don't think.
It seems like the only way to progress it beyond what they've already done. I mean, you can't just release another, random shooter game, putting it in VR with the same kind of scariness and the same kind of through the level together. It seems like the ideal thing for them to do. It'd be mental for them not to do it. Surely the whole thing is, let's use the engine for Half-Life to make these other games. It's already their format.
I mean, yes and no. I mean, yes, they have traditionally done that, but I don't think they would do that in the sense of VR is very much a niche market. And it's a multiplayer social experience, kind of Left 4 Dead. It's not really like a solo.
It would get you buying it. It'd make me consider trying it.
I mean, people would consider it, but would I mean,
Kev, would you buy it if they announced it?
Yeah.
He says that now, but realistically, right? Half-Life. This is effectively a Half-Life 3, isn't it? It's not, but it kind of is.
But I always thought Left 4 Dead 3 would only come out if Half-Life 3 came out. That was like in my head, we need Half-Life 3 because that's the only way we're getting Left 4 Dead 3. And then they've done Half-Life 3 on bloody VR.
Well, let's say it's not. It isn't technically Half-Life 3 because it's a prequel.
Make your mind up, Pab.
No, but no,
they couldn't call it that though, could they? I know what you're saying. It's a prequel, but if they called it Half-Life 3.
What I'm saying is, like, if Half-Life, this game it's another Half-Life game. This game would if it was Half-Life 3, you know what I mean, it would cause a massive spike, and this game didn't cause it spiked it a little bit.
I see
on
what you're saying.
VR sales, but it didn't like completely, get the masses to suddenly convert to VR. It really hasn't. It's still very much a niche thing.
I'm forgetting. You're right. You're right. More people are crawling out for Half-Life 3 than they are Left 4 Dead 3 in the world. And I see what you're saying. It's not the system seller.
And it's not. It's just
for me,
not happened.
It would be, but for people out there, I never actually played Half-Life properly. I think I only ever played the first hour and a half of it, and I got a bit ill, so I never played it again. Usual story. I think some friends got me to play it, so I don't have the obsession with Half-Life that lots of people have. But yeah, do you think they got so far and thought, nah, let's keep our powder dry, or do you think they always just thought, no, we'll make a separate game, wet our whistle on Half-Life, and then do 3 eventually?
I think
they're never making 3.
I think they potentially could be, because why make Half-Life Alyx if they're not interested in fleshing out more of the story sort of thing? Why do anything Half-Life?
Because they're just having a little bit of fun. They have no reason to make a game. They make all their money on Steam. Someone just fancied playing with the VR. Yeah,
well they did. Yeah, but they didn't. What I'm saying is they didn't have to make it a Half-Life game. They could have made it anything, but they chose to make it a Half-Life game because it's a product a IP they own, and people are going to lose their mind for it. And surely that would at some point fuel. It should.
It's going to make people think, what is Half-Life if they're not familiar?
This is only going to fuel the desire for Half-Life 3, and it's only going to spur people on to make them want it even more. Even if they're not going to want it, surely the demand is going to just increase by putting a Half-Life.
Would anyone under the age of 25 even remember Half-Life particularly? 25 might be a punted out a number there.
Half-Life 2, maybe, because it
if
came
you
with
didn't play
in the
one-
orange box.
You know.
I don't know about 1.
No, but yes,
I mean,
if you
I
didn't
don't
play
think I
one,
played
would you
1.
play 2? Is what I'm thinking.
People did because
I
it
don't
came in
think
the
I
orange
ever
box.
played the original Half-Life. I played Half-Life 1 didn't come in the orange box. It was Half-Life 2
So it's
and
2,
Episode
yeah.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
So they're the only ones I ever played. I never played the first Half-Life.
Yeah, I don't think I must have played it.
Now
but I
I've
don't think I
asked
played it
that.
all the way through.
I'm realizing that anyone like under 25 probably hasn't even played like Command and Conquer and stuff like that. And now I'm starting to think this is absurd. These people don't know they're born. I've realised I'm old.
Yes, you
You are
are.
pretty old.
I am
Yeah,
old.
you're like nearly 60.
But now I'm suddenly with Kev thinking, will they bother making a 3? What's the point of making the 3 if most of the people who care about it are too old to be their chosen market? They want to suck in all the 15 to 30-year-olds, don't they?
Why? We've got disposable income.
Yeah.
Have we, though?
We're more likely to buy it than a 15-year-old who just plays free Fortnite.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. But it doesn't seem like that's their priority ever. I'm not that I want to get into this whole what is the market looking at debate, but it always feels like their priority is, 12 to 18 and like 20s. There never seems to be like we're targeting this game at the people in the 35 and above. It just never seems to be their marketing. Maybe it's because no one wants to feel 35 and above. But
That's where Football Manager's targeted.
yeah, it is and it isn't. I think they just aim at football people, and I don't know. It's just if you're in that, you feel like
They have their three-pronged attack. They have Football Manager Mobile is aimed at the teenagers and is massive with teenagers. The full fat Football Manager is aimed at old men like me, and Football Manager Touch is aimed at old men who are under the thumb and don't get to play very much. So they have to play the cut down version of it.
Interesting. So what you're saying is I need to get on the touch version to get my full fix.
You are pretty under the thumb, clearly.
You know me, constantly
So they
shackled.
call him old thummy sheepdog.
Don't call people. Jeez.
I've kind of turned my own vision of the gaming industry upside down, realizing that certain games aren't aimed at us, and that explains a lot. But when the hell did that happen? I always felt like I was right in the core demographic for games, and I'm actually exiting it, I think, pretty much, if I haven't already. 34, 35 this year.
You exited it once you hit 25. 18 to 25. There's your core that they're aiming at.
It's mad.
Because once you get old and have kids, most responsible adults stop playing games by the time they get to our age. It's only the man-childs who are still doing it. Even the female man-childs.
You say that, but even like today, Nintendo did a full-on video advertising campaign, blah blah blah, because they were releasing 3 SNES games and a NES game onto the Switch. If you have that emulator service, they do, and it was like I can't remember what it's called. It's like a Japanese puzzle game. Everyone was losing their minds about it. And a couple of shooting games, Wild Guns and something else, and that must be aimed at people our age, which is again a little bit depressing because we're getting you remember this, old man? Do you remember playing this when you were 8? But I was quite excited when I saw one of them because I remember playing it in an arcade in France when I was a kid. So they did succeed, and I'm making my own bed here by showing how I feel dirty. But I guess they are trying. They are getting it. Part of my point was going to be as well that Xbox Game Pass seems to be making a bit of an effort like that. They added Final Fantasy IX earlier, so I'm trying to convince my daughter to sit and play it. But I don't know whether it will have... in my head, I'm thinking she'll love this. It will convert her into games. She's been playing Roblox like excessively, but I'm thinking this will convert her into proper games. And did you say 9 was your first one, Anna, or was it 10?
What?
Final Fantasy
7.
7 was your first one. Okay, I know.
I didn't play 7. I watched my boyfriend at the time play it, but he would only play it when I was there. So
My brother's the same age as you two, and he had Final Fantasy 7. I remember it had like 25 discs on the PS1.
Basically, I only know 2 women that play Final Fantasy, and one of them started with 9. So it was my other lady friend who plays Final Fantasy that started with 9. And I just thought, my daughter could start with this, and I was convincing her it was a good story, so she might start that.
Oh, it is a good story.
But I was looking through the games on there, thinking they're starting to aim stuff at our age and showing. I mean, part of it was they had the Mega Man Legacy Collection on there, and I thought, oh, the game that inspired Mega Stan, I should give this a whirl. They're almost as hard as Mega Stan was, Kev. I played a bit of that over the week, and it's just stupid. I died on the first. Well, I say the first boss. It was like the first 45 seconds of the game. I died like 3 times trying to get past it. I started thinking, I wonder why Mega Man games never really got the grip on the universe that Mario or Sonic did, because they seem cool. They seem quite good with all their various... They've got a character who I thought was called Bass. I realised later he's called Bass because his dog was called Treble. But I was like, there's a man called Bass with a dog. He's basically Bass and Sheepdog. Right there. This is a sign. And then they introduce themselves as Bass and Treble. But I was like, these games seem like they should be really popular. And then it was just rock hard, and I was just dying every 30 seconds and realised they're never going to be popular with that kind of curve. Not that they're unpopular, but you know what I mean. They're not Mario level, are they? But yeah, it was quite fun playing that. I've kind of derailed Pab, I'm realising now, by the way.
No, you're all right. You're fine. You're fine, mate. You do what you need to, yeah.
I've organically just completely destroyed your segment.
No, you're good. You're good. I'll come back around.
Yeah. What was I trying to say? Mega Man, and I started on Bridge Constructor Portal. I played that. That was fantastic. That was another thing where I was like, Portal, that's an old game, but they're releasing spin-offs of it. I know that's a little bit older. It's not that new. But I played the heck out of that. Basically today and yesterday, just going through the puzzles. Once it started to be challenging, I'd be staring at it. I'd start down a route and then realise that there was a button I'd completely missed, or a whole side of the level I'd completely missed. I'd missed the orange bit on it. And have any of you played this? Because I feel like one of you spoke about it before.
I've seen it. I've not played it.
So it has proper GLaDOS in it, and it's Aperture Science. They've hired you to just build bridges around the lab and do experiments. And the idea is you build the bridges in, and then you can like use metal, hang the bridges up. Try and balance it right without it falling down. Where I started to get to after, I think I'm on like 15 or 16 of the puzzles, and they started to add turrets in from Portal as well. They've got the companion cube. So it's proper Portal stuff. And the idea is you've got to try and create a path using the portals are laid out for you. You don't get to put the portals in place, but you've got to lay out bridges so that a person just driving a forklift truck, they don't stop, they just go, and they're only able to go forward. And you've got to make sure they line up with the portal, go through it, drop into the next portal, carry on over the bridge, and then end up at an exit. And the idea is you can either do it... For the first, 15, I didn't realise there was any other way. I was just letting one get through. It didn't matter if the bridge fell down behind them or whatever. I passed the level, it was all good. And then I realised that when you complete it, you can also press a button to make it do a convoy of forklift trucks. And so it sends 5 out, one after the other. And so the first time I did that, it was like the first one went through the whole level fine, through the exit, and then the other 4 just went straight into the acid pit and just completely melted. And I was like, oh crap, I need to fortify my bridges a bit. But yeah, GLaDOS cracks wires throughout it. It's all quite funny and entertaining. My wife was sat there giggling away at the jokes they were cracking. She thought it was quite entertaining. It was really good. That's what got me down the whole route of thinking, why isn't Left 4 Dead on here? Why isn't there a spin-off to that and whatnot? I actually got fed up with Mega Man. It was just too hard. I just couldn't deal with it. Old games are too hard. They need to, I don't know, do something to make them more easy for me. Talking about playing that for 45 seconds and dying, I started a game, and I don't remember any of you talking about it, but if you have, then obviously chime in. But there's a game on Game Pass called Minit.
Yeah, I know about it.
Now, I was moaning that Mega Man killed me every minute or so, and it was mad, but in Minit, that's the game. You wake up in your house, you wander around the game for a minute, and then you die, and you start again at your house. And my son started playing it, and he was just like, I don't like it. And I was like, give it here. So, you leave your house, and there was a lighthouse you couldn't get in the door of. And I was like, okay, I'll go around it. There's a pub. The pub's like, we're not getting anyone drinking in here because these crabs keep killing everyone. So I just went out and died, started again, went out, tried to find the crabs, found 3 of them, killed them, and he's like, there's still 2 crabs out there killing people. So then I died, and then I was wandering around thinking, where the hell are these crabs? And after about 3 deaths, I found the other 2 crabs, so I had to run kill them, run kill the original 3, talk to the barman, and he's like, oh, finally the crabs are dead. And then at that point it saves it, as though there's no crabs anymore.
Yeah, there's a checkpoint kind of thing. Yeah.
He gives you whatever he gives you. I can't remember now. I think it's like the ability to move blocks. So then I went up where I knew this block was, moved a block, got a key. It was a key to a lighthouse that was locked before. Died, started at the house again, went to the lighthouse, climbed to the top of that, got a flashlight random. I guess it was the light from the lighthouse. That makes sense now. Didn't think that at the time. I was like, why is there a light up here? Grabbed the light, went down, found a cave that was dark, died, come back to life, went to the cave, went through the cave, got to the other side, died. You know, it was just interesting just running through it. And I kept thinking, well, it seems much bigger than 60 seconds allows you to wander through it. And then I went in a building and it said, this is your new house. This is your house now. And every time I died, I started back there. So you're kind of able to define, it asks you if you want that to be your house. You can define the original one. But you're kind of moving on to new levels, I guess. Once you've completed the area, you then have a house. And I just think, what a clever little game. My son hated it. He hated that it kept restarting. And I was trying to explain to him that was the fun gimmick. And that's what makes it a game, because it looked like a Game Boy game. It looks so, it's just black and white, very, like, to be fair, he could even pass as an old Nokia game. It was so just weird shaped little sprites, but it's just really clever. I'm very impressed that they've managed to just create this, something I actually wanted to play. I must have gone through about 40 cycles of death at least, in the time I played it, which is mental because it feels like I did loads, but actually if you quantify that was 40 minutes. That's not that much of a time in a game at all. But it felt, I mean, in real time it would have been longer because there'd have been the slight pauses between. I was probably playing it for a couple of hours, but I'm not a clock. It wasn't exact, but it just felt like forever, and it felt like I got through so much game. Whereas I bet if it had just no lock and I was walking through it, I'd think, what a rubbish game. I'd have just been there going, this is just really tame, and kill the crabs, water some plants. It would have been really tame. Part of me wonders what made them think of that. It was just very clever. Whether they started with a premise, or whether they made a game and thought, no one's going to want to play this, and stuck in a random limit. But you've got a sword that cursed you, apparently. That means you have to replay the same minute of your life over and over again. I just thought, that's great. And if you've got Game Pass, it's free in inverted commas or whatever. Because it's there. Just get it. It's great. I do have one thing that I'm disappointed with Game Pass this week. I saw Minecraft Dungeons on there and said to my son, oh, Minecraft Dungeons, I've installed it. Once I've played these games, you can play that. And I made him sit through it. I think that's part of the reason he hated Minit. Because I was like, once I've played this, you can play Minecraft Dungeons, and I'll sit and play it with you, and then I can review it. This was today, so today I was playing Minit. Right. And he sat through all of the time of me playing Minit. He sat through the time of me playing Hyperdot, because I was like, I got Hyperdot a couple of weeks back. I've not played it. I did like 15 rounds on that because I was just trying to string him along a bit. I was trying to teach him to be more patient. And then I clicked play, and it went, oh, you're a bit early. Oh, the game's not ready yet. Go on the Microsoft website and see when it comes out. And it's not out till the bloody 26th of May. Yep. So his little face...
Dungeons?
Minecraft Dungeons, yeah. He was gutted. Oh. I showed him the advert in the end. I was like, I'm really sorry. I was like, he took it really well. I'm very proud of how well he took it. But he was gutted. And I showed him the advert because he's not even sure what it was. He just saw Minecraft and he just thought, oh, a Minecraft game. I wonder what that is. And I knew vaguely what it was, but I showed him the advert. And he was standing on the sofa, hands behind his head, just going, oh my God. Oh my God. And I was like, does it look rubbish? He's like, it looks amazing. He was like, I can't believe this. This looks incredible. And he was losing his mind. And he was like, I could play it with other people. And I was thinking, yeah, me, basically. I hope it doesn't make me sick. But he was just like, look at everything you can do in it. And he was just losing it. He was just so happy. And luckily the advert diverted his disappointment in not being able to play it. I think he can manage the week because he knows it looks incredible.
Yeah, it does.
Is it like what's it called? The Kev.
Okay, so what
plays.
it is it's Minecraft Diablo.
Yeah, Diablo. That's the word. I couldn't think of the word. It looks exactly like Diablo.
Kev's face, yep. Everything rolled
I'll have
into
a
one
slice
for
of
Kev.
that.
Yeah.
But this
have a
might get
piece
me
of
into
that
Diablo if I'm playing this with the boy.
Don't call me the boy.
It does look awesome. It looks so good. I'm hoping you can play it one player though.
You can play it as many players as you want, I think, yeah.
But so I don't know why they're letting you pre-install that over a week early.
That's what they do.
It's insane. I sort of said to him,
yeah.
Well, I didn't say to him. I was thinking it. Hopefully, they'll have like a preview Sunday night jobby or something. But
if they do that, Sheepdog, they can stagger it out. You know, if it's a massive downloads all in one night sort of thing. Plus, I think it was probably a pre-install for the beta that was probably about a month ago.
It says it's the full. Oh no, I know what you mean.
But,
yeah,
but I imagine there was a beta about a month ago, so it was probably like the full install. And it was just like there you go. There's the preload sort of thing done.
Bless him, he looks so kind though. I felt really mean. I wish I should do more research and pay more attention because I really stitched him up. I could have caused such a major issue in the house, but luckily he took it in his stride. But that does look good, and if you do play it, Kev, and if both of you, I suppose as well, like
it's on Game Pass, so I'll be getting it on Game Pass.
I mean, A, I'd be up for playing it, but B, he'd love to have extra people play it. If me, him, and two of you were playing, I don't know if it's limited to 4 or more or whatever, but
I think it's 4.
Yeah, he'd just love the excuse to have other people playing it with him, and I wouldn't expect you to just sit there and entertain him. I'd play as well, but I'm looking forward to it. I was quite surprised. I remember the advert and thinking it looked good, and I didn't really talk to him about it, but that looks like it's going to be a special game. You can go back to your bit now, Pab. Sorry, I derailed
Pab, come on.
You're all right.
Derailing things.
You're all right. So, this evening, I branched away from Animal Crossing on stream.
Are you ill?
People were writing. They were not happy that I wasn't streaming Animal Crossing. I've played the first hour of the Wonderful 101 Remastered.
Oh, I remember this.
Oh, that game, my word.
Do you
that
like
is just, it? I want to like it more than I actually do.
Yes.
It's just, it's kind of like Diablo style camera angle, but with like kind of Pikmin sensibilities of you collect people up and then you have to like draw a shape. You have to like draw like a shape with the right analog stick, which is designed for like a Wii U stylus. You can tell it's designed, and it's designed. It's probably 10 times better handheld because you've got touchscreen capabilities. Whereas this one, I'm using the right analog stick while trying to push the face buttons at the same time. It's kind of annoying, and it's not as accurate as you probably want it to do. So you got to like draw a straight line and push A to create a sword out of all your superheroes. Or draw a circle and press A and it creates a fist. And all this is going on and it's just like boom, 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 flashing like kind of like colours and just enemies and just everything going on, explosions and everything like that. And the only thing I compare it to, I was on stream and I compared it to, do you remember the Simpsons episode where they went to Japan and he had that cartoon that caused everyone to have seizures and epileptic fits?
Yeah.
It was like that. It was just constant, just like explosions, flashes, and like everything going on. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I was pressing buttons, I was bringing up menus, and like the camera angle was like really tight in on the characters, so I wanted to pull out of the camera just a little enough so I could see more of that like field of view. There's nothing that's not on there. There was like this other menu in the bottom right hand corner, which was taking up like the bottom third of my screen, and I was like, it's just too much on the screen. It's too much going on. But I still kind of liked it. It controls a bit weird, and it is a bit weird. But yeah, there's something to it. That it's a platinum game, so it's people who brought you Bayonetta and all sorts of other different games akin to that. And it's like I say, I want to like it. The music's awesome, and I just want to like it. But it was like giving me a headache. I was like, I can't do this. It is just it's just like too much, just in your face. Just like I was like kind of baffled by what's going on, and I don't think that was the ideal time to be playing it while I was streaming, because I was like, you know, paying attention to one thing and then trying to watch the chat at the same time, and it didn't happen realistically. It's a game I'll probably go back to. It's out next week, I think. I didn't realise I had it 2 weeks early because I was a Kickstarter backer on it, so I didn't even realise I only started it this week. And yeah, I'll probably give it another try. But that I think that was the first time I've taken Animal Crossing. You know, I've closed Animal Crossing since launch.
Wow.
I think that's the only time I've actually changed games on Switch since launch. Yeah, I want to like Wonderful 101. But my God, it kind of just broke me tonight. I just wasn't prepared for it. I'll try it on handheld, see if it actually is better using the touch screen sort of thing. We'll see. Going back to Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing continues to be, like I say, I'm an Animal Crossing streamer now. I've been trying to not admit it for a while, but I think I'm becoming full-time Animal Crossing streamer for some reason.
Excellent work.
It was. Yeah, I mean, I've got away with it again today. I've had two different people come to me today and say, turnips are 400 in my island today. I was like, I'm on my way. Don't worry, I'm still at work. I will come over this afternoon. Don't you worry. It is happening. So I've got away with it again because my turnip prices tanked again this week. Turnip prices are... I'm yet to see a decent price on turnips. I think 197 was the best price I got in ever. So I got away with it. Made $500,000. I'm happy with that.
It's ridiculous.
It's I've never seen these really cool prices. I've not seen them in a long ever. I just want them. Just want a decent price, and I can say, "Come over to my island, everybody. Come on." But yeah, it's not happened. I mean, I've now got I have a village people wand. So
Okay.
I noticed very early on that I had wands allow you to have like a series of outfits, don't they?
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I noticed very early on that there was enough outfits here to make the village people. So now at least 2 or 3 times a stream now, YMCA goes on and I just parade up and down the things in all my different outfits.
2 or 3 times a stream.
I'll tell you what, people are asking for it, and I'm like, okay, there we, and I'm in the middle. It's like, yeah, okay, sure, why not? Someone asked for it the second I came on this afternoon. I was like,
You're an animal.
no, let me get settled in. just calm it down here. We can't just do it straight away. You've got to. That's normally my end of show sort of thing, and it's not. I can't do it every. Soon I'll jump on, but it's been one of them weeks again where it's just like I go into the start of the week every week with a list of things that I want to do, because like by the end of the week I'm running out of stuff to do. And I'm like, there's got to be some... And I've not even touched the list this week. There's been so much stuff going on, and I've been to multiple people's islands doing different things and bits and pieces. I've got a golden toilet. I found a golden toilet today. Went to someone's island and someone was crafting a golden toilet. I was like, do you want the recipe? I went, yes, I do.
Was it a normal toilet and a can of gold spray paint?
I mean, no, because I made it out of 6 gold nuggets. So it's actual golden toilet.
Wow.
I've got a golden toilet now. Yeah, it's... We're getting to endgame now. We've got golden toilets. Yeah, I continue to pretty much solely play that game at the minute, and it's still quite fun. I'm making a dance floor now. I've got a disco. Got a load of instruments now. I've got a gym. I'm setting up for a play area next week.
Wow.
I've got a games room setting up. I've got a pinball machine. I've got an arcade machine. I've got 3/4 of a wrestling ring. So we're doing that as well soon.
How have you only got 3/4 of the ring?
Because I haven't got the third bit. I've not bought any of them. I just keep receiving them. And I've got a red corner, a blue corner, and a neutral corner. I'm just waiting for the other neutral corner now. Yeah, I was like, I was massively disappointed that you can't leave turnips in the ring. I was like, that is going to be my turnip state where I leave the turnips. Nope. It's just not. It's just something to roll around in. It's like I wanted to do put statues in there and put furniture in there and all sorts of stuff. No, nothing. Just pretty much.
It's just a bed, basically.
Just pretty much. Yeah, it's just a bed that you can just roll around the entire ring in, which is cool in its own way, but.
Well, you can only roll around each quarter of it. You can't roll from one quarter into a different quarter.
You can.
I couldn't.
You can roll right across. I rolled from one end all the way across to the other end. Straight out the other side. Yeah, I rolled up.
Do your colours match on the different corners?
Yeah, I've got a red, blue, and a white.
What? So you can roll from red into blue?
Oh, I don't know. I roll from red into white. Yeah, into the neutral.
Oh, okay.
I roll straight across. Yeah.
Let me do that.
Really? Huh. Maybe something you have to investigate then, yeah, because I've done that.
Let's face it, Pab, I've not turned this game on for nearly 2 weeks now. I ain't investigating anything. I'm done with
You're done?
Animal
You're
Crossing.
officially out now, yeah.
Until they do something interesting with it, like add a whole new reason to play it. I've done everything interesting. I don't want to just fiddle with stuff for ages.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm streaming this game 2 to 3 hours a day, and when I'm not streaming it, I'm not playing it anywhere near as much as I used to. I do my daily routine sort of thing. I get my fossils and do the money rock and what have you, but that's about it. So tomorrow I will do probably very little, and Sunday I won't do tons on it. Also I do my turnips, but that's about it. Yeah, Animal Crossing continues to be a thing. It's bonkers. What else have I played then? Okay, last week, I'm nearly done now. So, last weekend, we're on end game. We are on the last week of the Apex season pass. Don't worry. Spoiler alert: season 5 started this week. Last weekend,
goodness.
Yeah, we're all right.
My
Calm
word.
down. Crisis averted. But last weekend, I was like, I don't know. I want to do something, and I happened to catch someone streaming a game, and I went, I'm going to play that instead for a little bit. So I went back to Fortnite for a little bit, which I haven't done for probably about 12 to 18 months. And my God, is that game a different game? It's bizarre. I was just watching someone streaming it last weekend, and I was like, this seems really kind of fun. And there's like all sorts of new abilities in it and stuff like that. And yeah, I had an evening of Fortnite last week. I got 2 or 3 wins, I think it was, which is bizarre. And yeah, which leads me into Apex Season 5. And once again, we start a new season, and I hate it. Every time I start a new season, I go, why is this garbage? Why is this so bad? It's because it changes everything. The map's changed again. There's new venues. My favourite landing spot is completely gone off the map now. They've completely wiped it and put a new thing down there. I was like, well, it's kind of thrown me through the loop. I mean, the game is still itself. This game is still very good. But my God, is it? With last season, we hit the ground running, and within a week, we probably had close to a dozen wins. This week, however many days, 4 days now we've had? 0 wins. 0 wins.
Does it adapt? This I'm asking this for a weird reason, but
okay, go on.
Is it that people are adapting because they're finding ways to overcome what you were good at, or is it that they tweak the game? Because
they tweak the game. They tweak all sorts of stuff. So characters are nerfed and buffed. Weapons are nerfed and buffed. Areas are all changed. The way drops happen, different weapons cycled in and out. So it's all changing. It's all learning again. I mean, before like the end of season 4, I got back into sniper rifles, and I was heavily into sniper rifles. And I think after yesterday, I came to the realization I just can't hit anything anymore. I'm not that good with them. I've just suddenly lost it. So I'm gonna step away from sniper rifles for a bit and do just LMGs and SMGs or something like that instead. Yeah, and like I say, people are adapted to it. I mean, the shotguns are still stupidly overpowered and can shoot you like a sniper rifle for some reason. 2 shots and you're dead, and you're like, yeah, this isn't how shotguns work, but yeah, it's just how it is. And everyone carries shotguns, and yet I can stand like a foot away from someone and shoot over their head every time and miss. And I'm like, I can't use the shotguns. I'm just bad at shotguns in that game. So yeah, Apex, I will report back when I actually start getting good at it and start winning. But yeah, it's a motorbike. There's a motorbike just flew past there. I was like, what the? It's insanely loud tonight. I don't know why. Anyway, but yeah, but Apex is Apex, and yeah, but that is all your lot. That is your lot from me, I'm afraid.
Oh, you really
Why are
don't
you
pull
afraid?
weight, do you, Pab? You barely played anything there. You've talked for,
I'll be honest
for
with you,
no more than about an hour.
Well, Sheepdog jumped in for a chunk of that, so
I did not. Doesn't sound like anything I would do.
yeah.
Well, just to get our average back down to an acceptable level, I've played Football Manager this week, and Total Extreme Wrestling 2020 came out today, and Anna got me EA access on PlayStation, so I've re-downloaded FIFA 20. I have nothing to say about any of these games.
You've been playing
Move on.
Persona a lot.
Oh, of course, I've been playing a lot of Persona 5.
Putting
Because
pictures
I've moved the
out of that.
PlayStation into the house. Yeah, Persona 5, I've put another maybe 20 hours or so into. It's still glorious.
20 hours.
Yeah, because I've moved the
Wow.
PlayStation into the house.
You've nearly finished
So-
the intro then.
We now have 2 PlayStations in our living room.
It's because I
And I
finished
bought a new-
uni, basically.
I bought, where Anna's uni computer was, I've been upgrading that area. Now she doesn't need it, so I've got a nice 4K monitor in there now to put the PlayStation into.
But you know when it was my area, right? When it was my workstation, it would be piled high with Kevin's letters, Kevin's hoodies, Kevin's Mac, Kevin's camera.
Need to
Kevin
get a nice new
scratched the
chair for there.
screen. Kevin broke the chair. Oh, now it's all new screen, new thing, a new chair coming.
That'd make it nice.
There's no Kevin remnants living on the table. When I had to work there, I had to deal with all Kevin stuff, and I think it just needs to be put out there that Kevin does not care about me.
Yeah, Persona's good. Next question.
And what
Next
else you been
person.
doing, Kevin, on the FIFA?
Barely anything. I played
You've
like
been
12
opening
seconds.
the presents of the packets.
I've started Ultimate Team on a third system. I already have a PC and an
yeah.
Xbox Ultimate Team. Now I've got a PlayStation 4 one as well. Because I
Wow.
like opening packs. It's fun. But at the moment, I'm currently working through my my WWE roster on Total Extreme Wrestling so that I can decide how I'm going to fix WWE, which I'll have breaking news on next week, no doubt. This is
What, is that a
difficult
new
job.
game?
Yeah.
It's
You know my
WWE.
game that I sit and play with my springs and sit there in my pants playing with springs doing the spreadsheets, and then occasionally it looks like a game.
Yeah.
The new one of them came out today.
Yeah, of course it did.
So I've got my springs out. I sent you a picture of my springs.
Oh, I've not been on my phone. Since I
Yeah,
called.
there's a picture of springs. I've got my springs out in front of me
Of course it
and
is.
doing this. Just need to take off my shorts now.
So I have to walk with.
You don't have to put up with it. You choose to because it's such an exciting, fun experience.
That's what they say.
Exactly. Because I'm a hero.
Peace out.
Anna, what have you been playing? Probably
Not
nothing
a
as
lot
exciting
to
as
say.
me.
I've been off. I've finished uni. I've been feeling a little lost. I don't know what to do with myself anymore. So that's a thing.
Get on Netflix and binge watch something.
I
Does
tried
all
that.
the time.
I've been watching Disney films and stuff. I feel a bit lost.
Have you lot already seen Community? I'm not going to get into it, but I want to ask.
I have
It's some of it.
watched the entirety of it in the last 2 weeks. It's brilliant.
I
Yeah, I've
tried
been
to watch
watching
it. I
it.
didn't like it.
I love it. We're only like
It's
2 seasons in.
superb.
But what a program. I can't believe I missed that. Like, I'm a bit miffed, Kev, that they basically wrote mature.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought as I was watching it. And they did it before us as well. 'Cause it started in 2009. I checked.
I checked and I thought, oh my god, we might get sued.
Yeah, they did it like 3 years before we did. So that was a good original idea that we had 3 years after someone else was already doing it.
I can't believe nobody said at the time. But yeah, get
Well,
a
I don't
program.
think it was available in the UK at the time.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember it ever being a thing.
I don't.
But yeah,
a friend of mine
it's-
mentioned, because one of the ladies, I watched Glow, and one of the ladies in that is Annie
Yeah.
in Community, and I was just like, oh, I don't know what you're on about, but now I'm watching it, I love it. I thought Anna might like it, but apparently not. You have to find something else to binge then.
Yeah, so But I did win student of my course. That was fun.
That's well impressive.
Didn't even know it was a thing. I was sat there, I was in the kitchen just making a cup of tea. And I knew an email had come from uni, but like they could always come through just updates about COVID-19, so I didn't bother reading it that time. I thought, it's just be the same hoo-ha, here's some numbers. So I didn't read it, and I was just making a cup of tea. And then a Facebook notification came up going, congratulations, Anna. And I was like, what? What did I do? Like, I couldn't comprehend what was going on. It was
like, yeah, it's a good cup of tea, thanks very much. I'm glad someone's acknowledged
I was
what
like,
you're making.
What? So I looked at it and apparently I had one out of everyone on my course. So, like, not just my year, like all of them. Year 1, year 2, year 3. And I was like, who won last year? Who won the year before? But, yeah, apparently all of my teachers, even though I think one can't stand me, voted for me. So, yay.
That's excellent.
I get a certificate and a £25 gift card.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
Yes. So I was like, alright, now I can put that on my things I send out to jobs. I've applied for 3 jobs this week. Just trying, but I don't know how things how things work with COVID-19, so that'll be fun. That'll be an experience. What have I been playing? I tried to so I put on Borderlands 3. I can't stand it.
What?
I can't stand it.
You can't stand Borderlands 3?
No, I just don't like it. I don't.
You remember you really, really like that game, right?
I like 2 and 1, but 3, I just don't like it.
No. Borderlands is your thing. You've got dementia or something.
No, I don't know. It's just weird. I just don't like it. Maybe because I had 1 and 2 for so long, and I know how them games work. But 3, I just don't like it. I think it's because the characters aren't what I'm used to, and it just bugs me a little bit in the fact that they've just changed some things that I don't like, and I can't bother. I don't know, maybe I need to start again and just pick something that... Like...
How many times have you started it over the years?
No, 3. I've only started twice. But I think I just want to go in, because I tried Flak with you get a companion thing, and that was alright, but they seemed too overpowered at times, and I was just going through and I was shooting things, but they were already taking them out before I saw them. Then I tried the Siren, which is okay, but like she's got this hand, this like magical hand that comes out the ground, which is fine, but to get it to be powerful is just taking forever. Like she just like at the moment I've got where she holds it, if you kill the person that's in her orb of hand, then she'll go and grab another one. But while that hand's doing that, I've got like 10 other people coming at me, and it just doesn't seem powerful enough to want me to use it. So I might go and start it again and use the girl with the mech. There's like you jump into a mech, like the one from Overwatch. One's got
Diva.
Yeah. So I might try that one and see how I got on with that. But yeah, I had that one for like 20 minutes. I can't bother. I'm not interested. I don't know.
I think I get you. I get you with that.
Yeah.
I played bits of it. Well, no, I played most of it in multiplayer with someone.
Mhm.
And I said, I don't think I would want to play this on my own. I really don't.
Yeah.
I was like, I had more fun just playing the game kind of brainlessly, having a conversation with someone rather than having that being my focus of attention sort of thing. I was like, I don't think I could play this alone. And we got to a certain point where it was like, we've come too far in this. We've sunk too much time into this to not finish it now. It's like, we've got to finish it now, so we did. So
I got to where Penn and Teller was in it. I was chasing this massive...
I don't think I saw... Oh, did I see? I did see them, I think, yeah.
I don't know why I was chasing them. Maybe I was doing some DLC of some sort. Because I turned it on when the first DLC came out. I thought, I'll go to there and see what that was about. But again, it seemed. I know it was an add-on, but it just didn't seem to flow with the game, and it's just like it was stuck there. Whereas the other games were what had happened in the main game, like followed through to the DLC. So when you did the Dungeons and Dragons, you would get Roland would come back because he was one of the players, even though in the main game he wasn't there anymore. And it's just like, I don't know. I think it was overhyped and they've changed things and I don't like it. I just want, ever since pre-sequel, it's just kind of gone downhill for me. But hey ho, they make the games. We can play them and we make up our minds. So I played like an hour of that. What else have I played? I played Rage a bit today, just to shoot some things.
Rage is alright.
Yeah, Rage is fine. Rage is, again, just, it's like Borderlands, but not like Borderlands, and it's just like Fallout, and it's just a mishmash of a bunch of stuff that I don't mind, because you know, I think about it, it's just explosions, and I'm good with explosions. And then today, this evening, I was just playing Rage, and I thought, right, need to do something. I need a game, because I did start Red Dead on the Xbox, but again, I know what's coming. I know that step by step because I only finished it this year, so I know the beat of this. So I started The Witcher 3 again. This is my third time starting it, because I played it and I was on. This is my first save. Excuse me, and I got to a fight with a vampire and I just can't beat him. This was in the That's Blood and Wine, dear. That is the last thing you do. That is the last thing in the entire game. And I just can't do it. I cannot beat him.
It's insane. I turned the difficulty down and watched a YouTube video on how to beat him. I was like, I've got this far and I'm it's insanely difficult. Turn the difficulty down and watch a YouTube video on how to do it, and I'm telling you now, you'll do it in for like 2 or 3 goes at the bit at the most. It's relatively straightforward once you know what you're doing.
So I loaded it there. I went to my lows just to see like if there was anything before that DLC, and like my earliest, there isn't anything before that DLC, but for some reason there is a manual save from the 29th of May 2015. I can't believe this game is over 5 years old. That's mental.
I'm going to say, Anna, that save is probably about a month old from when the game was released.
It's mental. Because I don't want to go back to that save because I don't know what I'm doing.
No.
It's got like version 1.3 on it, and I was just like, no, I won't. I'm not going to touch that because I don't know not bugs, but what it needs to work, because you have to there's so many downloads for it, and only stuff works with certain things. So I've left that alone. But yeah, I've started it again. I'm going to try and finish it. I won't touch is it Blood and Wine? I won't touch that.
Blood and Wine and Heart of Stone.
Heart of Stone I'll probably play after I finish this, but I just, because I finished The Witcher 2 and I loved it. Loved it. I couldn't, Kevin hated it, but I love that game. Such fun, and I think I liked it because I found my name in it, and I was just like, "Yep, this is the game for me." But I just always remember the Kraken and stuff in that game, and it's weird. So I'm gonna try and finish this because I wanted to do Odyssey, but I've got to I started the Atlantis DLC. I did the bits where you have to do the mythical creatures. Now I don't know if that is Atlantis DLC or if that is DLC. If that's just in the game. Stuff. Yeah, I don't know how it works, but I did the mythical creatures. I got to Atlantis, and now it's just to basically go here, open this area. Go here, open this area. There doesn't seem to be a story. And I don't like that. It says basically I've got to open all these areas, then the story starts, because it's in episodes. Right. It's not just a big lump of DLC, they're episodes. So they came out they didn't all come out at once. They came out here and there. So I think it's like that episode would have come out and you would have finished it, and then you would have waited, and then the next one come out. So you would have played it that way. But I don't know. I don't like it, so I've left that alone because like you go in it, and like the first when you get to Atlantis, and the first thing you are confronted by are enemies. And these, you know how you build up your powers to use special abilities? These enemies drain you of that, and then you're just left with your basic, hitting with a sword. And I'm like, well, that's not fair, because in my original game, I was so overpowered that I didn't even have to think about playing, because I would just build up so much power and just, slice them down with my powers. But these things are taking that power. That's their ability, is to take your power, and that annoys me. So, Witcher, doing the Witcher. Need to finish it because again we're in lockdown. I am lost. I don't know what I've got my part-time job, but I have nothing else. I don't need to think about anything else. I don't have to. Before, even though this time last year I'd finished uni, it was still in the back of my mind because I knew I had to go back and I had things to do. Now I'm I have nothing, and it's really, really stressful. And I'm just but yeah, and I haven't played Animal Crossing, I don't know, 2 weeks maybe. I was going to go on it last week to buy some turnips, but I didn't get up till late, so I didn't.
Some turnips on you.
Well, I thought turnips was an all-day thing, but Kevin told me it's only till lunchtime, and I was like,
12.
Yes, I missed that. But, anything else? I had to go on the Streets of Rage thing. That is hard.
It is hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think we could play it together.
What, co-op it?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
It has multiplayer. I'm assuming it would involve co-op, and I'd be well up for that because I imagine that you and I would be able to smash through the Streets of Rage.
Yeah.
You can't be Blaze though.
Oh no, that's my character though.
No, that's my character.
No,
it's been my character for 30 years, since the age of 6 when I decided that she was hot.
Her boobs are so ridiculous. I just.
Can't say I noticed.
Really? No, but it's just the way they bounce is opposite to the way she bounces, and they shouldn't do that. I'm just like, oh my god. But then
I think that's all I ever thought on the Mega Drive version as a 7-year-old. I'd be like, these don't bounce. We just need the technology to be out there.
But then, I know this is a side tangent, but Jessica Rabbit had that thing that her boobs would bounce opposite to the way she was walking, so they would look more bouncier. I don't know why I know that.
You know what? You're making me feel like a monster because we watched Space Jam the other day, and I thought, my God, they put too much effort into trying to make her seem normal. And I don't know that it was the bounce thing. I know it is something. I didn't specifically quantify it. I just thought they put too much effort into trying to make that rabbit sexy. And this film's not aimed at people who should think about that. And I just remember just thinking, why? Who was sat there at Warner Brothers thinking, no, that needs to bounce more?
Yeah.
Yeah, they really overtried. That was such a weird, pointless... I've not seen that film since I was a kid, so I was watching it just thinking, why?
Yeah.
And what dads are there going, nice? Like, you're getting a rabbit for Christmas. That's probably why I got a rabbit as a kid. I'll have to ask my dad. He won't admit it. He'll be like, no.
But there's back Streets of Rage. There's new characters in it, so that would be fun.
They look cool. I've not played as them yet, though.
I've got to. Where did I get to? I did a boat, and then I came off the boat, and then I was in a prison.
I loved the prison one. That was so cool. Beating up cops, and the cops beating up the prisoners.
It's ridiculous. But the thing, I remember back in the day how you would pick up health, and it's still the same. You squat on chickens. It's just. It's
I said the other week, I finally learned that if there's a turkey on the floor, Just leave it until you need it. I was such a glutton the first few hours I played it. I'd be like, there's a turkey, eat it. No health gain, because I was perfectly healthy. And then I'd get the crap kicked out of me. And I'd be like, I need a turkey. Somebody give me a turkey. And I'd already eaten them all because I'm such a pig. It's so ridiculous. I changed them to salad to control myself. They're all salad now and I don't eat them.
Oh, but it's just like, oh, not massive chicken. I'll sit on that. It's ridiculous. Like...
I loved that in the bins of the police station there was just a briefcase full of money. I was like, yoink.
Yeah. But it's like there's also stuff that's hidden. Like you can hit things that are in like the scenery and there's stuff in there, so that's fun.
Did you kick the car in the first level?
Yep.
Yeah, I did that by mistake the first sort of time. I started seeing it get damage, and I didn't realise because I've been really dumb. Those stars that were on the level, I didn't realise they were items I could pick up, so I walked past loads of them. Once I realised you could pick them up and that's your special moves, I was like, oh, okay, cool. But I don't know where I got to. I thought I'd got to the boat, but if the boat's before the prison, then I got past the prison.
I don't know. I didn't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I need to play more of it. I'd forgotten.
Yeah, I put it on last week. Where did we go? We went somewhere and we came back. I turned it on for half an hour just so I know what Streets of Rage is.
You're in lockdown, Anna.
No, I think we went to the Tallington to watch the train.
That's genius. Why didn't I do that?
That's what we do. Because there's a pub there, and we park in the lay-by that's outside the pub. We watch the trains, and then we come home.
Do you know what? There's a scheme there. We could get loads of people to meet up, get a big chalkboard, the barriers come down, and we'll just place bets on which way the train's going to come. We can make a fortune.
we the past couple of weeks we go there. It's been nice, and there's been this guy that's there at the same time as us, and he keeps taking over the gym that's there. He wasn't there this week. I was in that gym for 2 days because he weren't there.
Ah, that might be Steve. Not me. He works in a nursing home next to it, and he's always the one in there. He hates it when people not hates it, but he's always like, someone's taking the gym. That's what I was going to ask about Meta earlier. They're battling on Pokemon Go. I've perfected my team so many times over the past month, only for it to become absolutely useless within a couple of days, because I think they've just started really churning the meta in it and updating things, and people start realising that everyone's using the clever stuff and whatever, and I can't keep up with it. It's driving me mad. I was looking through, with the first season they did on the battles, I did 800 battles and won exactly half of them. Actually, that was last season. Season before, I won 2/3 of them. Last season, I won half. This season, I'm on 46 wins out of 81. It's I'm just average now. I can't get good. I keep investing in Pokemon, getting good. I did 9 out of 10 wins and thought, I'm awesome again, yeah. And then that team on the next, I ranked up, and then that team's useless. And that rank, everyone's beating it. It's for God's sake. And I need to figure it out. I need to get good at playing the meta and all of that lark. But it's good fun. I'm enjoying the fact you don't have to walk 3 kilometers just to do a few battles. They've just let you have, I think it's I don't even know, it's 30 battles a day I think they give you, and it's quite fun. You win lots of cool stuff. It's entertaining. I think they're going to realise they don't want to keep it with walking, because once people have to walk 3 kilometres to do 5 battles, they're going to give up, because that's expecting a lot of walking, and people aren't going to go out of their way to do it. The people who walk that far a day anyway are going to do the full lot. The rest of us are just going to go, I get my 5 battles every 2 days, do I? Brilliant. Because that's how it was when we were walking. I was doing battles every couple of days, because I've managed to rack up 3 kilometres worth of travel with the game on or whatever. Because I'd be driving to and from work and walking around the office. It's it seems like a really silly way to limit your game, doesn't it?
Yeah. But I haven't played a lot, but I have. But yeah, I'm gonna.
I meant to say actually one last thing on that. If you two want to do raids and you need extra people, I only have to walk into the farmer's field next to my house, and I can see the gyms near your house. So I've been doing that because I'm a loser. My mates have been messaging me going, "Do you want to do a race?" I'm like, "Right, give me a minute." I just ran out into the middle of this field. And I just stand there looking really shifty, and a few times dog walkers have gone by and they've just thought, "What is he doing?" I'm just standing there with 2 phones out, tap, 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 tap. But yeah, I'm not arming anyone.
Yeah, I've tried it a few times, but they always seem to be high raids, and then...
Yeah, you'll need the right amount of people. If it's one that we can't do together, I'll obviously say. But yeah, I am in range if I nip down the road.
Okay, I will let you know.
Splendid. Is that us done then, boys and girls?
It is.
Excellent. Well, one final reminder, FM Streamer Showdown, twitch.tv/Lelujo tonight and tomorrow night. Watch me retain my crown. It's where the cool kids are going to be hanging this weekend. And if you want further reminders of that throughout the weekend, the best place to do that is to go to my Twitter, which is @Lelujo.
Or follow me at RB6K.
I'm at Miss Lelujo.
And I'm at Pab1986 on Twitter and Twitch.
It's very kind of you all to offer to promote my stream, which seems to me
I'll be
what's just
hosting you more
happened
than
there.
likely, so...
Yeah, I'll retweet.
There's a good boy. Right,
I'm
see you
not
next
allowed
week, boys and girls.
Have a
when
good
I
week.
shall be a champion again.
Have a good week.
Thanks for listening, folks.